Oh, welcome back, viewers and subscribers. In this video, we're going to talk about Sean Diddy Combs applying for bail once again. His legal team is saying, listen, there are people who were arrested on similar charges and they got bail. So what about my client? Why is it that my client is not getting bail? And I believe we know who they're talking about. They're talking about the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, because if you guys don't know, that one is very horrific as well. BBC did a documentary because there were a few young models who had horrific stories. You know how we would see some hip-hop artists, talking about their experience with how Diddy treats Cassie, and, that would just slide? No. People heard these young male models talking about their experience trying to get a modeling gig. BBC did a documentary, and that led to the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch arrest. Now, following his arrest, he was released on a $10 million bond. So, of course, Sean Diddy Combs' attorney saying, yo, what's up with that? Because our client over here, he has similar charges. Why isn't it that he's out on bail too? And that's true. And if you are about to say, but they didn't do anything, yes, the allegations are identical. Men, straight men, heterosexual male were sex trafficked allegedly. And because they did not want to have sex with these men, these, straight men were drugged. They were given performance enhancing substance to ensure that they stood at attention. And then these men would take disadvantage of these straight men. Yes, I have to put it out like that because, with YouTube and everything, we have to be, tactful with our words, even though I don't see why we have to, cover up our words like that, because these things do happen. No. Let's get into this report from TMZ. TMZ is saying Diddy's once again trying to get out of jail while awaiting his trial, filing a new motion on Friday asking for bail and pointing to cases where his lawyers claim defendants facing similar charges were released. According to the legal docs obtained by TMZ, the music mogul lawyers says Diddy's offering a comprehensive bail package. That's true. Every legal analysis on this said the bail package is more than sufficient to grant him bail. So that's correct. Now they're saying complete with a $50 million bond and basically round-the-clock surveillance to ensure he doesn't try to flee the country or intimidate witnesses. Now there's a little bit of difference with Diddy's case. I have another video coming up, as I've said. In Diddy's case, his private jet is still somewhere, and that is a huge risk. But let's continue, right? They're saying it's a similar argument to the one they made back in September when his bail was shot down twice. But the attorneys cite other cases where they say defendants accused of similar crimes were allowed to post bail while awaiting trial. For example, one case involved a CEO accused of trafficking dozens of young men. They're talking about the Abercrombie and Fitch, but he's a former CEO, I'm learning. But let's continue, right? Along with an accomplice who allegedly intimidated witnesses. In that case, Diddy's lawyer says the government asked for a $10 million bond and a $500,000 bond, respectively, which was far less than the $50 million bail package Diddy offering in this case. That's true. No, they also say, making matters worse, Diddy is still locked up in MDC, Brooklyn, after he's been repeatedly denied bail, with a judge ruling the government has proven the defendant is a danger. As you know, the feds charge Diddy with racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. His trial is currently set for next May. Now, guys, that's the end of the report coming out from TMZ, and I'm happy that his legal team is pointing this out, and social media has been seeing this as well, because social media is really looking into the fact that the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch was let out on bail, and Diddy is still behind bars, and everyone is saying this looks suspicious. And it is definitely suspicious because if you remember, Sloan told us that his takedown is being orchestrated. So while you will see, the former CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch gets out on bail, it's not going to happen for Sean Diddy Combs, unfortunately. Justice is not going to run its course, partially in Diddy's case. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts? Now, while you're at it, remember, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, stay safe, and see you guys later. Bye guys.